Hey guys, this is a continuation of what I was working on. This will be the third video, I think, and I'm working on this character. I did a couple I did a couple changes. You can see where I was left off here. It was okay, but I just some things that I didn't like where the eyes were at. I didn't like a lot of stuff about. So I did a couple changes and fixed a couple things up. I'm more happy with it now. It was okay then. I fixed it. So I had to move the eyes mainly, where the eyes were focusing, and the mouth. I had to change the mouth a little bit. So and I think I moved the eye itself too. I think I moved this eye. So this is where it was. This is where it is now. Okay, so you can see the difference. I left that there, so you can see the difference of it. We'll get rid of it now. All right. I left her there. She was the hair model, more or less. I also was actually looking at some of the real life face, but I don't need it now, so I can get rid of those two. So all I need is all I need is this. All right. Let's jump into painting this character. All right. I actually have. It looks like a totally different person. Um, in this one, I think I have the lines. Yeah, I do. Okay. So I want the lines, just the lines over here. And I'm going to erase the head off of that. I don't want the head on there. The old head off there. Edit. Clear. Okay. Select. Deselect. And then this one, I don't need this one at all now. All I want is the lines. So I'll put the lines here. And I can close that one out. Alright. So the lines I can put above. Look a little bit off. Straighten them out. Okay. Alright. So this character right here, I could actually technically zoom out. I could take the lines. Well, I mean the rest of the body actually. Except for the arm. I'll leave the arm because that's the only skin tone I need this blue-green for. And cut it. Edit. Cut. And just leave the lines behind. Edit. Paste in place. Just make it go away. Okay. Because all I need is this is the lines. This is the face. So, okay. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and make these are all can now go. I'll stick them all in that folder just to clean up my layers a little bit. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make a layer above this one. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay. All right, and I'm going to paint in under that one. All right. So I think I have a gray layer in here too, if I'm not mistaken. Can't tell. Yeah, that is the gray. So this layer right here is the gray layer. So the gray layer. Okay, I just want this gray layer. So remember I told you I might need it again? See, I did. All right, the gray layer is going to go under the pencil layer, or the paint layer. Okay. But I got to move it over to fit it. And I can take the head off of it too because I don't need the head. The head is off done, so I can take the head off the gray layer. Okay. Oops, too far. There. Add to just a little to get the hair in here. Just right on the line. Take away from the line, just right on the line. Okay. Alright, so, and that should be gray, right? Yep. Edit, cut. Alright, that's fine. That will work. Alright, so, and then the arm. Take away from the arm, away from the gray. Actually, the gray won't hurt that at all. It's not going to bother it. I'll leave it there. Alright, so I want the gray there for the underpainting. I think I think there was more to this. I thought I painted the neck lower, but maybe I didn't. Seems like I did. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, see, I did paint that. I did paint it lower. That's okay. I don't know where it went, so maybe I already cleared it out. It's okay. I can repaint it. It's not a big thing. So the neck, I can just get the color from right here. Make sure I'm on that layer. This neutral, and just go ahead and paint the neck in. Like I said, weirdly, I thought I had the neck. I thought I didn't erase the neck, but I did. I guess I did. The green under it is missing, so that's why it doesn't really blend right, but I'll just have to keep playing with it until I get it right. I'll keep playing with the blend until I get the color right. The green contrast layer under it. The blue-green layer. Really helps. I was watching, I made food for my family, and I was Why We're Eating. I was watching Hamilton. I've seen it before, but I was just watching it again. Really good. Really great. I like musical theater anyway. Or I like stage theater, let's just put it that way. But a really good musical. It's awesome. And Hamilton is pretty great. I wonder, I really should, I guess, know my history enough to know what fabrications are, if there are any in there. Well, obviously the music, but the music's great though. Wish I could. I'm playing the music in my head right now while I'm doing this. I wish I could play it here, but I can't. I don't have copyrights to it, so we can't listen to it. You could listen to it. You could put it on if you're your own. If you haven't, well, I was gonna say if you haven't heard it, you should hear it. But it's really, the music alone is great, but it doesn't truly give it justice. You really need to see the whole performance. I recommend you take the time to watch it if you haven't already seen it. Okay, so I could get really dark with it right there because it's pretty much under her. I'm just trying to darken this in here. Would be hitting certain spots, and like I said, without the color will not be the same without the underlying color, but you can get it close enough. I think it'd be okay. Alright, so then I got the neck in there. Okay. Alright, that looks better. Alright, so now the outfit. Alright, so the technique that I'm going to use for this, the comic book technique, is called flatting. So what I would do to flat, well, I'm going to use a version of flatting anyway. So what I would do to flatting, I'd go through with the selection tool, select all the parts that are similar colors, and I'd fill them with a color. It doesn't matter. And this is the thing that gets everyone. It does not matter what color you fill it with. However, I found a version of this technique that to me seems a little faster, but that's my thought. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. And that is if you color it similar to color that you want to change it to, and then later you reselect it, the flat color, and you use, I'm sorry, we're yawning in your ear. I just started, so I'm drinking coffee. So you take the color you started with, and then you use the hue and saturation, and you change it to the color you want. And then you go from there. That seems to me even faster than just random colors. But technically what it's supposed to be is it's random colors. Like I would make the metal of the arm, if it's all the same metal, I would make it red. And then that way it was easily select later. I just select the red, and all the red is selected. I fill them all with the colors, and then put the highlights in, the darks in, fill it with the mid-tone. It's flatting. So that's the technique. I, however, am going to do a version of it, an adapted version of the flatting for what I'm doing. So either way, I still need the lasso tool, and I seem to have erased the lines for my collar. So I'm going to have to go back to the line layer, which is right here, and put it to a reasonable brush. Okay, and I have to draw back in the line layer. So it's gonna have a little bit of distress, because it is a fabric collar. It has a buttonhole. Zoom in. The buttonhole will be have an inner and outer part of the button. Okay. And it snaps, and then this jacket will come down. Now this jacket is this was wrong anyway. Okay, so this jacket has buttons of its own. So its buttons would be over here. And then it should have one down here. Okay. Alright, so color scheme. Well, the color scheme I liked was, oh yeah, I got the goggles I got to put back in too. I want to paint the outfit for. The goggles will actually be the last things I do. There's random heads floating everywhere. There it is. I put all the reference in one. Okay. So as you can see, I have similarities. With this one, obviously. Even the hair is similar. Do the hair. Man, I forgot this was the hair, and I did almost the same hair. That's funny. I forgot. Man, I took this for a, kind of a example, but I totally forgot that she had that hair. I know you're like, no, you didn't. I'm like, yeah, I did. Honestly, I really did forget that she had that hair. Okay, so here's some things I do not like. Sorry, I like the black and gold. I don't like this weird flesh-colored armor. It just looks weird looking. So, and the suit I was going for was actually this one. I really like the colors in this one. This one is actually done by the same artist that did the digital painting class that I referred to multiple times. But I really like these colors. This orange stuff. So, the jacket, though, is black, gray, and orange. So, the vest, it's actually a vest, and I don't need this anymore. I don't need this one at all. The vest, her vest could be, if the shirt was white, the vest could be that orange. The shirt's white, like a t-shirt white. And then the stripe down the middle could be blue because the contrast to the orange. And the pants could be blue jeans as well, possibly. But let's start with doing the jacket first. All right, so I drew in the jacket collar on the line layer. Yeah. But I need to go back to this gray layer. I need to bring that gray up here. Oops. Bring the gray up here. All right, so it's funny. It's under the paint layers. The paint layers on top of it. So I guess I should make another layer on top of the paint, just for the gray here, just because I need to fill this with gray. So in this particular, only on this layer, will the gray be above it, because everywhere else the gray is going to blow it. I just want the gray filler on this one. All right, I'll start that music. Music might put me to sleep. gray on this particular layer is going to have to be, I'm just going to paint red on this layer because I need to paint over top of her skin just right there. So. I'm going to go for this orange. I don't know if I can pull this orange off. This orange is... I'll try. Okay, I got that part of the orange. So I'm going to do the other part of the right part of the orange. Okay. Looks like I was able to get 2 shades of this orange, so let's try it out and see what happens. So I'm going to go. This was going to be gray collar, just so I know what it is. Gray. I'm gonna think that I mistyped colors later. This is gray fill. I don't know what this layer was. I'll leave that alone. And then make another one above this gray fill layer for the paint. Let's try to see if we can get it in there. So like I said, I could do a selection and fill it. Actually, this piece I'm just doing the collar. I'll come back and do the rest of it later. I'm just doing the collar. Subtract out. I do want to subtract out the buttons. Okay. Alright, so with the foreground color. Alright, so the orange went in there. Not bad. So let's see here. And then the back of the collar. Of the color would be so this is going to be actually, so I'm going to take this color and add it to my swatches just to save it. So I'm going to call this the mid-orange. Mid-orange. Okay. Then this one is going to be the This is going to be the light orange. All right. Then I'm going to make a little bit darker version of this one. Right here. And that's going to be the dark orange. I'm going to leave this here so I can get it easily. So the dark orange I'm going to fill. Edit. Fill in that area with the dark orange. Select, deselect. Okay, so I got the dark orange in there, light orange. Okay. And this is without textures, mind you. I don't have any textures in here yet. So I'm going to paint in the highlights by hand with my brush. Trusty brush. Paint the highlights in. So that's some subtlety to it. So this is where the light's kind of hitting it, so. Right in here. Not as much light's gonna hit it because it's only gonna hit right in the edges. Okay. Switch back to the darker orange. The dark orange is gonna be where the shadows are definitely hitting it. Smudge tool. Go down with the smudge. Lower. Okay. Just remember whenever you're painting anything, think about real life. In real life, if you see a hard edge on something, then there's hard edges. But if you don't see a hard edge, then try not to put a hard edge. Now, if you're doing a cell cartoon shading, like an animation shading technique, it would paint different. Obviously, you could still do what I'm doing, but you would do it with different intervals. Okay, so I got the collar in. Maybe the collar's got a little bit of a scuff there, a little bit of darkness here. Maybe even a little bit of darkness here where it kind of changes direction. Okay. Alright, so there's the collar. Alright, so now I just gotta do the rest of the vest. I'm giving her a vest. And she's gonna have a kind of a thing, I don't know what this is, and there's gonna be a stripe down the center of the vest, but the vest will be orange, will be this orange color. So now I'm going to go through and I'm going to go back to my right. I can paint on that same layer, that'll work fine. Right, so I'm going to go in here and I think this might be brown. So I think just the fabric of the... But we'll see. I'll start with the fabric and then come back to the... This was gonna be like a metal clip. And then I think there would be some type of a... Whatever I do that one stripe, the stripe will be the same thing. Here. So. It used to come out more here. Maybe it still will. Take away from that. I got it. So if there's an edge there, it's got to be a different color over. You wouldn't see much of the edge, but you'd see a little bit of it. This would be enough. Oh, and then there's a button here, so obviously, and there's something here. I don't know what this is, but it won't color it orange. Okay, so we're gonna go for the mid orange. Edit, fill. Alright, so I did it under the line layer, so I don't have to put multiply. So I could have used multiply to do it too. Over top and hit multiply. Although it does tend to darken your colors, so you have to adjust your colors accordingly if that was the case. Alright. But the fill gets a large area done quickly. Now, with the same fill technique, go ahead and put the darks in. The really darks. So these real darks would be on the side of this pocket, obviously. And, oops, it's on minus. Under this pocket a little bit, because of this, the light would keep it off there. It'd be under here slightly, and then down this seam. Continue down the seam. It would be on the sides of this, and it would be a little bit along here. Be in here, and it would be under here. Okay, in here it would be. In here it's gonna be. So let's try that. I don't know about that last part, but edit, fill. Yeah. I think I got too dark on that, so edit. Let's see if we can adjust this color first. Yeah, something like here. Not quite as extreme. So now, the strips going down. The jacket's white, and the stripe going down the middle is going to be red, possibly, or blue, blue, to make a contrast. What color are the stripes in the jacket? Save this. File, save. I'm gonna pause it while I think about my colors. Hey guys, I'm back. Okay, so let's get back to this. So I was doing a little decisions of my colors, and I think I got what I'm doing. So this shirt color right here, I'm going to actually use it for the stripe. Metal, skin color. The pants I think are gonna be purple. I think the pants will be a kind of a tan. I'm thinking that's where I'm going with that. I think. I have to look at it when it's in there. But that's my thought at the moment. I might change it when I actually start doing it. Okay. So the stripe on the jacket right here, it's going to be brown to go with the orange. Now I'm painting. Boy, I wasn't going to paint right now. Actually, because I forgot. I just started doing it. So what I'm supposed to do is do a fill. So hold on. I started this. So. What I should be doing is do it. See, this is when you do this way. As you leave parts out. That my fill on my selection line was bad right there. I'll fix it. Lost my entire. Oops. There it goes. I brought up one of the images I don't have copyright to, but I was using as a reference. Sides while I'm at it. Back and take out parts that it's not supposed to be done. All the circles. I think that's So, if you were doing real flats, you'd color that whatever you want, and then you come back to it and adjust it. Now I can still adjust it. Oh, I got it selected. You'd also save the selections, but so I can always go over here and play with these saturations. See if I like other colors with it. This red color better than the brown. See? I mean, and I can always go from there. I can always change it too. Try out different colors, what it might look like. blue always kind of looks good with the orange because of the. This is the color it's going to be right there. It's going to be running down the center of the chest piece, but they don't want to get to it. The red doesn't look bad with it, but this is about the orange kind of tone I had. Green does not look good with it, so I'm going to go with this red. That's what I like. Actually, I liked it better than the brown, so there you go. Deselect. Perfect. Okay. Alright, it's not true flats, but it's sort of flat again. Sort of. Two flats would be slightly different, but it'll work for what I'm doing. It will work. Alright, now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to put in my slightly different values. And I'm going to do it the way I like to do it. I know it's not probably the most efficient way, but I'm still going to do it this way, the way I want to do it anyway. I feel it will look better. I'll be happier with it if I do it the way I like to do it. See, I already like it better. A little darker, just in here. This kind of edge. Kind of shadowy area of the parts, because this pocket is sticking out some, so it's going to be. It sticks out from the side of the shirt there, and this is another pocket here, but. This is dark just because it's kind of indented piece of sewing on it, if you will. However, now if it was metal, it would have a bright edge on it. It might have a little bit of a bright edge here. I don't know. Just to make the edge kind of stick out a little bit. Doesn't really hurt it here. You could have it kind of brighter just to one of the edges. I call it a blending tool. It's a smudge tool, but to me it's a blending. Work on my. All right, so then I'm gonna grab the. Oh, see one more spot I missed with the highlight. So now, the red, that stitching red, so grab it and do the darker part of it first. Under the, where it kind of, everything gets a little darker as it curves under here. Following her contours. And it gets darker as it goes under here. Under this arm is black. Even though the light's coming from that side, that arm is going to create kind of a shadow to it. Side will just be kind of a little bit darker, especially. Okay. And then right here it's going to be darker because it's kind of going into the. Not a lot. I mean, it's not made out of metal or anything, so that you won't have such a. Oh yeah, actually I forgot this edge is going to have the same color. So I'll start with the darker because it goes under the arm. Then I gotta make. Oops, that's the wrong one. not made of plastic, but maybe it could be made out of plastic. It's the future. Maybe it is plastic. It's not cloth at all. Maybe it's a plastic material. And there, so it's the light's going to be hitting it a little bit more. It sticks out there a little bit. Alright, that will work. Now I need the kind of brass color of the buttons, and I'm assuming that they're buttons. Snaps of some sort. So, snaps. Now, what I should be doing is referencing these colors, so I'll put them off to the side in a second. Then, the snaps are all that color, this brass color. You have to have a darker version, of course, where the light's not hitting it. And then a really bright version where the light is hitting it, because it's it is metal. There's those metal snaps, so light will reflect a little bit off of them. That one is dark because of the fact that it's I'll just leave it. It's the line itself. So I forgot this is gonna be metal. It's metal. I'm not like the song, but I'm too busy changing it. Do not like that song. It just irritates me. Doesn't sound good. It's irritating. Okay, so alright, so let me go through here and fix all this. Once again, just like the top, I don't know how much of the lines I want in there, just like the face. Might take some lines out. But on the outfit, the lines don't bother me as much, but let's see what it looks like without the lines in the body. Yeah. We can reblend it a little bit. Fix the places the lines are. And then what we can do here is we can take the actual colors themselves, the darker version of the color, and then I can go on and place the line, the darker version of the color itself, which you could also do. You could just select the lines and change the fill on them. Would work too. This line was, I'll put it back in with the color. Like the little bit darker version of the suit itself. Okay. Alright, and same thing over here. Get the edge on it. whole point is I'm trying to get rid of the line. Oh yeah, and then right here, it's got the I'll have to get much darker right there. Because it's the little members only loop thing. It's dark inside of it. And there's the edge of it. I don't want to get too dark with it. Alright, so anyway, so now I'm going to go back and grab this color. And off to the side, I'm just going to put it here. I'm going to fill it in. So one of the main colors. That orange. Okay. Red. That way we have these as reference colors. So if you give this image and it didn't have the file with it, the next artist would be able to have the correct colors. That's the point of that. Color key. Now, it also could be the fact that you're given a color key that you must work from. If the colors had already been worked out. So if you see that, that is the color key you should be working from. And there might even be some reference notes where each of those colors are used. It all depends the way your studio is going to work, what your production pipeline is going to be at. There you go. So all I did was I went through and I kind of, see, so I'll use that color key right now. Grab it. And make it a little bit darker because I need to do it as the line around here on this thing. This thing has a little bit of an edge to it, I think. It's kind of a clippy thing that defines the edge of this jacket thing. And we'll get just even a little bit darker for this. It's kind of like a point where the jacket comes together. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just a design element, really. Oh. I'll also use the pocket design here. A little detail around the pocket. With using this same. So use the color itself. So it looks like it fits that way. This was a little stitch thing on this edge of these little pocket. This thing was some type of a design. I forgot about this thing. Some type of a badge or something. I don't know what it is. I'll figure it out in a minute. Let's bring back the lines. Okay, so the jackets. The lines are there, but we can get rid of those. So. So with the lines, that particular part anyway, I'll make a duplicate line layer in case I want to keep it for some reason. And just shut it down for a minute. This one, I'm going to go ahead and erase the ones I just worked on. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and erase the actual lines. See, I've changed a little bit. You know what? Some of the lines I kind of liked. Hold on here. This line, I had already changed the edge of her. But I like some of those lines on there, so I'll leave them. These lines I'll take out. I liked the softer lines for this. These lines. I think I like those lines. I'll leave those. Some of these lines I've already replaced, so I'll take those out. Take out some of those lines. Be careful, I don't want to take out the Alright, so right there I didn't want to take all those lines out. Keep some of those. Alright, so I'll keep some of the lines, take some more. Alright, that works fine. Alright, on to the next part. So the next part will be the shirt, which I decided would be a kind of a white. So I'll make the selection for the shirt. And if I don't like it, the good thing about doing the selection technique is, like I showed you, I can change it on the fly. So that thing, that necklace looking thing, is some type of a piece of tech, which I haven't fully developed in my brain yet what it's going to do or what it's going to be, so we're leaving it alone for the moment. Some of this shirt is going to be seen under here just a little bit. And I obviously went too high with this. Okay. Alright, I have to pause the video for a minute. We're close to an hour anyway. I may stop here. Okay, guys. So what I did was I went online and got a free some free textures. I had some. I have a bunch too, but this particular one I went and got online for free. And what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to use it as a texture for that clothing. I'm going to try it out, see how I like it. I got a couple different ones, but I'm going to try this one first. Okay, so actually I want to save this selection. Save selection, and let's call it shirt. I don't have to reselect it because I'm going to use this one on this texture stuff on the jacket. So deselect that. Now I wish I would have saved the selection for the jacket. Let's see if I get the jacket to select. Probably can't. No, I can't. Okay, deselect. All right. Well. See, this is what I get for not saving my selection. Now I gotta go back in and reselect it. So, I'm just gonna select. Actually, I don't even want all the jacket. I just want the orange part. But I started with this, so I guess I'll go ahead and edit out the red. I don't want the red selected. I just want the orange. And I do want the collar. Okay. And to this side too. I don't know if I'll be able to get how well this texture is going to go on here, but we're going to try it. see what we can do with it. I'm going to deselect like this little badge, because the badge is going to be something totally different. And I'm going to deselect the red stripe. That will be a different material too. And I'm going to deselect this little metal clip. And deselect this part of the button. Okay. Alright, so just got the orange. So, let's see what happens when I bring this texture in here. So, did I copy it? I don't remember. I'll do it again. Edit, copy. Okay. Alright, so edit. Paste, I'm not sure. Oh, it's huge. Okay, whatever. And it's big. Okay. Edit, free transform. Hit shift. I don't know how big the texture would be. And it depends how big you want the texture to be on your picture. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it as a multiply for a minute just so I can see through there. And that's too big anyway, so I got to make it smaller. Edit, free transform. So I'm gonna I have to piece it together anyway to get it to kind of wrap the way I want it. I think just a little bit smaller. Yeah, like that. I mean, I want it to read, but I don't want it to be over crazy. Okay, so this is good. So I'm gonna take this piece and I'm gonna copy it. Get there. I'm probably going to need quite a few pieces of it, so. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, I think that's the claim piece. I'm going to put all three pieces in a folder. That way they're all inside this folder. And I'm just going to keep duplicating the layer in here. I'll need a bunch of pieces of it. I don't know if it's because it's so piled up. Yeah, I guess when you stack it up, it becomes, you can't see through it anymore. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm going to grab this one on the bottom. It's going to be in here too. Alright, so back to the original one in the folder. Okay, so I'm going to grab it and I'm going to edit, free transform it. So I need it to, if it was really part of this thing, it's part of her outfit, the pattern would go along with the direction of the outfit. So I'm going to tilt it. Then I'm going to warp it to kind of like match the outfit curve. Because otherwise you just stick it on there and you would be able to tell if it wasn't going with the direction of the outfit. I know it sounds weird, but it also would, it would look weird. So try to match it with the way the outfit's pulling her up. Don't worry about this extra because we'll just get rid of it. So it wraps around her body, so it's gonna be, yeah, we'll just put the next piece in right there. So okay, so it's wrapping around her. Okay, that will work. Alright, and then we just say okay with that. And that's set on multiply already. Okay. So then what we do is we take the Good old masking brush. And we mask out anywhere we don't want it. So we didn't want it on the red, remember? So first of all, I'll take it off her arm. I might even put it back on her arm. I don't know later. We might use it in multiple places, but for right now, it's just there. We just want it on there. And I'm probably going to take it off multiply in a minute and put it to overlay, but just for the minute, I got it as multiply. Okay. Now remember, I had it on, I had that area selected, but I think I deselected it, but it's okay. This will be fine. And I didn't want it on the red. Remember, I just wanted it on the yellow parts. The red was made of something else. I don't know what, but it's something else. Okay, so. Alright, so now. Alright, and then it's got to stay off this red here too. So. It's a little extra work, but it will be cool. If you can get it on there right, it does look cool. It adds to it. Alright, and the reason I used a mask instead of erasing it is because, you know, that way if I got something, missed something or slipped or whatever, it's fixable. This is the reason why I never became a tattoo artist. I know I would screw something up, and that's why I love Photoshop. You can just, you know, even traditional painting, you can just paint over it. Tattoos, you're just kind of screwed if you screw that up. I don't know, man. I couldn't. I couldn't take the stress of being a tattoo artist. So I didn't follow through with. I just was like, no, this is too stressful. Okay, so actually, it looks kind of cool just the way it is, really. But what I want to do with it, there's a couple things I could do. I could leave it like this and then, like, just do like this, right? It makes it kind of look like that mesh. But what my thought was to do a overlay like that. Okay, and then go back into my mask and fix it a little bit. So the mask is still got to clean that edge up a little bit more. Okay, all right. So then there's that way to do it. And oh yeah, I wanted to take it out of this area here, right? Because this was supposed to be a badge of some sort, in and off the pin. Okay, so you could do it that way. You could also do it. It could also, now it is overlay. You can take it down. So it just gives the sense of it's a texture instead of an actual. You know what I mean? It's not overpowering. It just bangs a texture on it, which is what my plan was. This was my plan. This way. I chose overlay because I didn't know if it would darken the color, but it did a little bit. But I guess the nature of it's gonna. But you can continue. And, you know what I mean? Make it less obvious. All right. All right. So there's that, and then I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna grab another piece. So I made multiple pieces of it. All right, and this piece I'm going to match up at the bottom of this piece. And I'm going to edit, warp it so that it fits. It's literally makes it like, you gotta kind of think a little bit three-dimensionally as you're doing it. Because it literally kind of considers it a three-dimensional, like you're in 2D space, but it's thinking about it like it's you're moving it in 3D space, even though you're technically not. So just be aware of that. So matching it up may get tricky. Don't worry about the over part, the overlay. Just make sure you just want to make sure it flows correctly with the design of the outfit. So now, just kind of make sure it matches up with all right. And then once again, if you're happy with it, this one's still set on multiply, so I'll change this one to overlay like the other one. And I will lower the opacity. I think I did it at 43. Looks pretty good. Now, once again, you can adjust it slightly. So I can move it up so that when I do mask it, I can just mask that edge off. And I'm going to put a mask on it. And I'm going to go ahead and fix the mask. So that little edge doesn't show up there so much. It'll show up a little bit, but it's not a big deal. Brush a little bit bigger. Okay. All right. And that little edge right there, this is a piece of fabric, and it could, maybe that's a stitch or something. I'll leave that there. I can keep playing with it if I really wanted to. Keep adjusting it. And if you were doing it something that was sensitive to that kind of thing, you want to fix that. So the way to fix it is basically zoom into it and make sure you got your, well, first of all, our thing is slightly, it's a little bit off here, see it? But kind of, it's just slightly off. You just don't want to overlap. Overlapping is where you're going to get the most noticeable effect. And then you want to keep it clean on the edges too. And you can even take it, like if I want to take it off parts, you just hit it with the, okay. Alright, so there, I got those two pieces together, so I put this texture on her jacket now, see it has a texture to it. Alright, and then I could apply the layer mask. Apply the layer mask. Merge down. So now it's one piece. Okay. So I will leave this jacket texture. Jacket texture. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm now going to work on doing it on the rest of it, and I will pick it up with the next video. Alright? Thank you.